We are about 40 miles or so south of Candlestick Point at a place that first opened back in 2014 as you get a look at Levi's Stadium here in Santa Clara, California. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Levi's Stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was deafening. They're set for football as the 49ers get ready to do battle with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. From the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Well, this defense for the Niners, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. After the run by Jones, here's first and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. This defense for the Niners, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw taken in by Adams. And he'll be brought down right on the 50, a gain of 3.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Sliding out of the pocket. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
First carry for Raheem Mostert. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. Second and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6. Well, this defense for the Packers, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance.
And they'll run. This is Trey Sermon. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the first down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try it now with Mostert going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or 2. Kyle Shanahan, an offensive mind, but his guys stopped up short. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
So the 14 yards actually takes them from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Benardrick McKinney able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Another try after the first down sack. Rodgers. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception. That means everyone on the offensive side of the ball, but someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense?
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Dean Lowry in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long. Throwing is Lance on 3rd down. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. His first catch, good for 14 there and a 1st down.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Lance a handoff here to Mostert. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
2nd and 7. They'll run right side with Mostert. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Raheem Mostert hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Niners have taken the early lead. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. From the 10. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Dee Ford. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Call it a 3-yard gain, but they'll be forced into a 3rd and 15 coming up. Throwing now is Rodgers. And it's complete to Adams. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Rodgers going to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Rodgers forced out to his left. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on first down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off, not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on 3rd down, makes it manageable now.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Now Gold for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. A short kick taken at the 18. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. He hits Adams complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit, and that might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On play action. Now Rodgers out to his left. He hauls it in. Valdez-Scantling for the Packers touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers are back within a score. On is Mason Crosby for the point after. And that one makes it 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Lance on target to Samuel for a Niner first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, a run with Mostert. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Working with his 2nd and 4. Lance now to throw. Trying to set up the screen, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw. A free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they gave up the pick 6. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Yeah, this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. 2nd down, here's Mostert again. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. Well, I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. Taking a shot for Samuel. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 33 yards that time. Here's Mostert. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Raheem Mostert 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point. The lead is now 21-14. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. 2nd and 10. Here's Rodgers. And his throw here is incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
The Packers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He is putting on a show in this second quarter, racking up the receiving yards as he has a 1st down. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off with great anticipation. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one, and they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception, tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Second down, here's Mostert again. Eventually wrangled down before reaching the 20, but a strong run. 62 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. They'll try and run for the first with Sermon. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. The kick by Gold is good. And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Dee Ford able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. On play action, Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down. On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. Back deep, Travis Benjamin. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. A final shot before half for Lance. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's caught inside the 35. So we've hit halftime here in Santa Clara with the 49ers out in front. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Third quarter starts with a run from Mostert. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 69 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. He was locked in last week, NFC Offensive Player of the Week in Week 2.
Clear some space in the trophy room. He won it last week. He's thinking he's going to get a few more before this season is over, maybe even starting with this game.
Oh, fighting off the defender. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On play action, Lance. Buying time to his left. And I think the ball's out. And this will get out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage. So fortunately, they're able to hold on to the possession. Well, obviously, you never want to fumble. But if you do, good to be towards the sideline. It saves them the possession.
Saves the embarrassment. Saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover. But I still think it should go to the defense, even if they don't recover it. If you give up the football, you gave up the football.
Agree to disagree, I guess.
Can you tell what I played?
Yeah, you played defense. Yeah. I'll let you go.
I took a shot.
He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Now a give to Mostert running right. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
Second down at 7. Now a play fake. Lance. This will be caught at Samuel. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. That one good for 26 and a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
They hand it off to Mostert. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Raheem Mostert. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Gold with the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked so well.
Go to something else.
And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. On play action, it's Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
The scoreboard tells the story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. Being chased out left. And that's incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
On now is the Packers punter, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
It really becomes a tale of two play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything's working pretty well. For the defensive
what's going on the defensive side?
That's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That one covers 29 yards. First down. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. Zadarius Smith, second-team All-Pro last year, in on the tackle.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And he will find his man, Samuel. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Lance now on first down. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
And they've used him in the passing game to great effect so far. And here they get it to him again on the screen. And it turns into a nice positive play.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. Here, Mike 14.
And a short gain here down to the 22. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Give them a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. One quarter remains. games here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Already a pair of third down conversions for them on this drive, but right now they need 5 yards on this third down try. Lance going to throw. He'll swing this out to Mostert. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up fourth down. And Gold is able to put it through. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
From the 10. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
26. Check 49. Check 49. Number 50. Hey, you block over here. Check 33. 33. They're not ready for this. They still playing soft.
Rodgers now on first down. And that's complete to Adams. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And got his man complete. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams, his second touchdown on the season. And the Packers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that cuts this lead down to 13. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 132 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Lance looking to throw it. Will get this into the hands of Mostert. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Lance, a give now to Sermon. Sermon with space, a first down, and then some. And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. The Niners on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Raheem Mostert, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign. The backfield here as they elect to go for 2. So the defense gets the stop. I know it's situation to situation, but who has more pressure there, offense or defense, when they go for 2?
I truly believe it's the defense has more pressure because the offense has an entire playbook wide open from the 2-yard line. You can run it, you can throw it. So defensively, I think most teams are going to be aggressive and force the issue and try and bring pressure.
And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 at the 24. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. To throw, it's Rodgers. Got an open man, it's Valdez-Scantling. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Rodgers now to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Lets it fly deep for Cobb. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick. You know, it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
On the handoff, this is Mostert. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this will be caught at the 30. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Here's Mostert. And he's got some space here. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 164 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Here's Lance to throw it. I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away. Turns into a nice play.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie Eric Stokes. The 40. The 20. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taking it about the 1. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And barring mistakes, they should be able to kneel this one out and finish it off. And there's only one timeout remaining on the defensive side of the ball, so that doesn't really come into play either. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. This is Mostert. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 15, and that ought to just about put an end to this one.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Raheem Mostert, 31 yards. And the Niners are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter. Gold to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. From the 10. And he's going to be taken down inside the 10 at about the 8-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
One final try now for Rodgers. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30.